A persisting generational trend is for the, well, let's just say, more experienced portion of society to engage in universal hand-wringing or the prospects of turning things over to the incoming collective that will replace them. In manufacturing, the combined challenges of a skills gap, labor competition, and higher wages place increased pressure on developing the plant managers, design engineers, and supply chain professionals of tomorrow. However, after speaking with a collection of future leaders participating in a FIRST Robotics demonstration and competition at the most recent Rockwell Automation Fair, it appears that the sector will be in good hands.
I really like programming. I've been programming since 5th grade, but I also really like working in the lab and working with saws and cutting things and designing things. I've learned how to CAD, and I thought that was super cool, and I've done electrical things for the robot, and I think that's really cool too. So it's kind of let me see I shouldn't just focus on computer science, because I'm not going to be satisfied if I can't work with my hands sometimes.
I feel like I've learned how to compromise a lot more, because everyone's always going to have different ideas, different mindsets, and when we come all together, we're going to be okay, we have to make decisions. We're going to have to compromise on some things, especially for our robot archetype groups. It's everyone on different parts of the team coming together to try to make the first prototype of the robot, what we think it's going to go, and then design reviews.
To start with, I really wanted to be an engineer. It's hard because they hear manufacturing and they're like, what is manufacturing? And then it's just it's very complex. It's not, there's so many different fields, so many different things you can get into. For me, I've always understood the robotic kind of element of it, the ability to design things that are going to be able to help out and accomplish tasks.
Most encouraging is the shift in perceptions towards manufacturing that the FIRST program, and others like it, are fueling.
I actually know a lot of people, more than my parents' generation, that are actually more interested in going into the trades. Even not just manufacturing, just the general everyday stuff that everyone needs. You don't need to go to college for. So I'd say it's becoming a bigger and bigger deal in our community to get into the trades that FIRST promotes.
So I was always interested in computers. I have started with computers early on in my life. But in robotics, I learned that I enjoy a lot more electrical, mechanical, and that kind of engineering. So a lot more hands-on than the programming that I was used to. It's kind of showed me the other path and the other side of engineering that I ended up liking a lot more, and it's what I'm going to college for.
It would be good for everyone to have, a basic understanding of manufacturing, because it's honestly all this automation coming out of manufacturing. It's gonna set the world forth into some weird so it's gonna create a lot of weird things in the world that I think smart people and people who are problem solvers, are creative, are gonna fix.
These positive perceptions of careers in manufacturing have stemmed primarily from exposures to the types of activities organic to the industrial sector.
We have an engineering and fabrication lab made on manufacturing and design, so woods classes, metals classes. We have about 200 students to 300 students that participate in that in yearly semester-long classes in woods and metals. We also have capstone projects along for engineering. So I think it's more of students are willing to take the classes, they enjoy the classes, and at FIR, obviously, we are working in those same spaces. So we're designing, we're building, we're manufacturing. So all these metal pieces are custom made, or most of them are custom manufactured. Same with the polycarbonate. We're machining these in our shop, so we're manufacturing them, we're designing them, and we're making sure they meet up to quality control standards. FIRST for me has really given me a direction in life. Going into high school, I'm not really sure what I wanted to do, but next year I will be attending school for mechanical engineering. So I've learned to design, manufacture, and create as a freshman. I worked on the game was similar. We had smaller sail balls, but I worked on that shooting mechanism, that launcher. So that was a little something. During COVID, I worked on CAD, so I've learned CAD, SolidWorks. I'm become certified in that through the school and through FIRST. And I've just learned manufacturing and design skills that are critical for teamwork and problem solving.
For me, it's given me so much confidence in public speaking, because I've learned how to talk to so many people, to talk to judges, people interested, even just people on the team, because there's so many people. There's 70 people plus their parents and everything. So now I know how to talk to big groups of people without getting super anxiety. Freshman year me would have actually crumble if she thought I was doing an interview right now. So it's kind of crazy how much confidence it's given me.
And so I think a lot of people feel like they're not smart enough to get into this stuff. They feel it's all this math, all of this science, which it certainly is, but I think it also just takes a certain amount of problem solving skills and common sense. And if you're able to, and if you have those kinds of skills, everything else will come.
You kind of see the entire engineering process. You see all sides of it with FIRST.
My favorite thing is probably just like all the life skills that you learn without even realizing it. Like I came in my freshman year as like this scared little freshman who didn't want to talk to anyone. And now it's like I will go up to people and I will talk about our team all day, every day. And it's like I've just gotten so much more comfortable with these kind of things, and I know that's something that I will really utilize in my future career and my life. So I just really appreciate FIRST for all that it's done for me in that way.
For the main season for the big robot, I'll do competition like analysis. I'll break down the game manual, figure out what the best strategy is, where's the most points, what we want to prioritize, and then I'll get a team together and we'll design the field, and then we'll design some potential elements for how our thing's going to work, so when CAD gets stuff ready to go, so that way our builders can just have it and hit the floor running and make sure it gets done well.
I was interested in engineering and mechanics and programming, and FIRST and robotics have been able to give me those experiences that I've been looking for and always wanted that schools never provided.
Just got to see a video on the demonstration on it, and it was really cool, and I finally wanted to drive it, and I got it.
Well, I found that being in FIRST gives you a lot of scholarship opportunities. I got offered $5,000 from a college just for being part of this program. And that's on top of whatever scholarships I may earn for grades. So this helps a lot with college, and it's a lot of really great real-world experience, because we machine a lot of these parts, we assemble everything, we do all the electrical work. It's a lot of good practical skill building.
While it'll be a couple of years before these problem solvers hit the job market, continued support of such activities in high schools across the country will play a pivotal role in attracting and retaining the best and brightest. So instead of wringing your hands, extend them out to the younger generations. Show them the keys to continued success and play a proactive role in inspiring them to get on board and help drive manufacturing forward.